Hi everybody, something really cool we're going to talk about today are the different phases in Revit that you can use to show the different steps of construction, as well as editing your topo service using the graded region tool. So these two are correlated in that you can show changes in your topography at different stages of construction so that it helps know what was there before and what now will be there after. Okay, so going into this, on the left in our properties box, the property of our view at the very bottom, this is the top, this is the bottom, at the very bottom we see the phasing category. In this phasing section, we're able to select which phase of construction we want to view our project. Right now I'm using an architectural template in Revit, and so architectural templates, they have 2 phases of construction, while construction templates of Revit, they have definitely more than that, maybe 6 or 7. But we're using this architectural template to show simply the different phases, but the same principles apply in the construction template as well. You just have more phases, so you have more time points in your timeline. This one we have 2 time points in our timeline. Okay, so as you can see, we're looking at the existing phase. So we're looking at just right here, we have purely the topography here. You can see an outline of the house of, man, we want to put the house right there. It'll look great. But for now, it's not there yet because it hasn't been built yet. We haven't selected, we are not looking at the new construction phase, only the existing. Also, this phase filter at the top helps you see kind of in this phase, where are we? There's right now at the existing phase, we're completed this phase, completed the existing phase. Another options are showing the demo. So showing this phase as well as the demolition, showing this phase as well as the previous phase and the new construction. There's different kind of combinations that you can choose just to kind of specify what you're looking at, what phase of construction. For this example, we're going to strictly stick to the show complete so that we see kind of the end of each phase here. Okay, so for example, we're going to switch this phase to new construction phase. If you can imagine showing the complete version of the new construction phase, we are going to see not only this existing topography, but also the house. Yay! Great. So this house here is normally when you're constructing in Revit, everything, at least in the architectural template, everything is in the new construction because they imagine that you're just starting from scratch anyway, and everything that you're building will be hopefully there when you're done. So new construction. Okay, so let's say though that this topography, we don't want it to be the same as when it started. What we started with, the existing topography, does not want to look like the resulting end construction topography. So in order to change that, we're going to select the topography, and in its properties, wow, it also has phasing. Right now it's set to the existing phase. It is created in the existing phase because Mother Nature created it in the very beginning. But we are going to say that it's also demolished. We're going to get rid of it. We're going to get rid of parts of it, at least in this example, at the new construction phase, so that the things remaining will be what we want in the end result of our construction. So over here to apply to this, it goes away because in this view, as we looked before, we're at new construction, the complete of new construction. So if I demolished that new construction, this topography is not even here anymore. But no worries, we can go into the site plan. In the site plan, we still see our topography here because the view phase is new construction and there's no specific phase filter on this. So I can see this no matter what, I can see everything. So I'm going to select topography. To change it, we're going to go to the massing site tab on top, and we're going to select the graded region tool. The graded region tool allows us to make a copy of sorts, make a copy of the topo, and then change it and modify it. You want the copy so that you can show the existing as well as the end result. So clicking it, it asks us a question. It asks us to select the topo that we want to edit. Because sometimes in your projects, you're going to have more than one topo. Here, we only have one. But it gives you 2 options, to create exactly like the first one or to create it basically just like the perimeter. So in case like my topo had a whole ton of hills and bumps and trees and everything in the middle, and I just want to just start fresh and flatten everything out, I could select the perimeter one. But I want to choose what I want to get rid of and what to move and everything, so I'm going to keep it exactly like it so that I can make the changes how I want. So I selected that first option, and now it asks us to select a topo surface. We're going to select the only topo surface we have here. Depending on the size of your topo surface, it might take a long time, a little while for it to kind of load and give you the points here. But we have our points here right now. Once the points show up, you're able to click and drag any of these points to your new desired location. Your excavator is going to be busy moving dirt around. Move that point. Okay. There we go. Let's say this mound here, it's so close to my house, I just don't even want it. So if there's anything like trees or rocks or bumps that show up in your topography that you don't want, you can honestly just delete all those points at once. But these other points, you can just move around at your pleasure. You can even go in and add points. If I wanted to add a point or two, and change the topography a little bit, I could. Okay, this looks like it'll be enough for this example. So once you're done, we're going to, we're done selecting things. Before we close, we want to make sure that in the properties, let's name it so we don't confuse it with the other one. It's called new topo. And you can see it's created in the new construction phase. Demolished, never, because we don't really want to change it by the time construction ends. So this will be the new resulted topography. So we're going to click the plus sign. Plus sign? That's a check mark. Click the check mark and say yes, that's great. That looks great. Okay, so now going back into our 3D, we can see here in our new construction, we have our new topo surface here along with our house. Going back to see what it looked like before, remember we had our existing, which is still there, but in just a new phase of construction. You see that? That's why it's really cool that the grading region makes a copy so that you can still keep record of both. And this even works in the site plan view. Remember how the filter is none? You can change the filter to also to show complete. And so then you can start from wherever and have the same view options here. So reviewing for a second, we were able to modify our topo by using the graded region tool to move the points and change the elevations of our topography at a new phase of construction, because we kept our old phase of construction at which was at the existing phase. We kept that we could see the changes from phase to phase. Awesome. So I encourage you all to try this out. Try the graded region tool. Try using your phases and see if you can get the hang of this as well. It kind of takes a while to comprehend this because not only are we dealing in space here, we're also dealing in time. But it's really, really cool when you have it figured out. So good luck to you all.